Hi children, welcome to 10th standard. This is your first language English class. We have chosen the first poem of your English textbook, that is To a Pair of Sarah Screens. To a Pair of Sarah Screen is a poem written by Manmohan Singh. I repeat, Manmohan Singh is the poet of the poem To a Pair of Sarah Screens. So children, now you are able to see the picture of Manmohan Singh. Manmohan Singh is a well-known Punjabi poet. He is also a bird lover, children, and he is a nature observer and a conservationist. He was an IAS officer. He has many poems to his credit and they are compiled in a book called Village Poems. So children, when it comes to this poem, he has written the poem about Sarah Screens. So let's detailedly know what Sarah Screens are all about. So children, now you are able to see a slide in which you can see two Sarah Screens together. These Sarah Screens are said to be the tallest flying birds and they are always together, children. The male and the female bird will always be together. They will not roam alone anywhere. Their body is of grey in color all over and a red head. And these screens will also pair for life, children. Pair for life, the meaning of this you will get to know in the coming slides. And about their love and emotion, here the poet Manmohan Singh is briefly describing. Let us see how. So children, this is your complete poem slide. You have the complete poem of about 6 stanzas given here. I'll go through each and every line. Just have a look at it. To a pair of Sarah Screens. The male was shot as he necked to pull the reluctant sun out from the rim of horizon. She flew crying as he was picked up, hands and jaws, and a proud neck was humbled to lie like dirty linen in a coarse washing bag. She circled the sky in movements of grace over his disgraceful hand. The killers went away and she returned to the death scene. With grief that inscribed its intensity in dots and pits, like the Morse code of birth's sorrow transmitted to the air. With her beak, she kissed a few feathers, picked the ones that wind had not taken away, and sat to hatch the blood-stained feathers into a toddling chick. A wave of the seas she had never seen came to her from far away and carried her to him. She went away beyond human words, beyond the legends and fables of human love. Written by Manmohan Singh, children. So now coming to the first stanza. While I'm going through the stanzas, you will have meanings to the right. Please go through the meanings and do not look at the brief summary before I explain. Listen to the explanation and then you can go through the brief summary. Now coming to the first stanza, the male was shot as he necked to pull the reluctant sun out from the rim of horizon. See children, every story will begin very beautifully. Yes or no? So here I can say this story also started very beautifully. The poet has taken the mood of the listener to a very nice extent. The male bird came out of its nest and was trying to pull the sun out early morning. Usually it is early morning, the sun will be hidden inside the clouds. It has to come out and give sunlight. Now this male crane necked to pull the reluctant sun out is what in the second line you can see. Necked is nothing but stretched its neck. It will stretch its neck out to the sky and it will try to pull the reluctant, meaning is hesitate. The hesitating sun's out. It is trying to stretch its neck to pull the hesitating sun out from where? From the rim of horizon. Rim is edge. Edge of horizon. Horizon meaning I have given the line at which the earth's surface and the sky appear to meet. So when you see the sunrise, you feel as if the land and the sky is meeting, and in that particular place the sun is rising. From that particular place, the male Saras crane is trying to pull this particular sun out, and in that particular time, at that particular time, it was shot by an hunter. This male was shot by an hunter is what the poet is saying. So after the first stanza, coming to the second stanza. So now it was shot by an hunter. Next, what happened? She flew crying as he was picked up, hands in jaws, and a proud neck was humbled to lie like dirty linen in a coarse washing bag. So the male crane was shot. The female crane, as I told you, they will be always together. She flew crying towards the particular scene where it was shot. She flew crying as that particular hunter picked up the hands and jaws, and a proud neck was humbled to lie like a dirty linen. What is the meaning, children? See here. The poet is saying when the hunter shot at the male crane, he did not leave it there. He picked that male crane with its hands and jaws. The hands and jaws of the male crane was taken up, and the proud neck of the male crane. What is this proud neck, children, all about? Obviously, all this while the crane was very happily looking at the sky. It was so proud. The day has started, begin very nicely. But such kind of a neck was humbled. Humbled means lowered the dignity of. It was having a very good dignified life it was leading very nicely. It was going from one place to another place with its female Saras crane, finding some food to eat and happily leading life. But at that particular time, that proud neck was lowered to its dignity, and it was not just put somewhere, children, it was put to a washing bag, which was a coarse is nothing but a rough washing bag. Even if you would have put it in the rough washing bag with some softness, it could have been better, but he treated it like a dirty linen, dirty cloth, just like a dirty cloth being put in some place. He did not give any respect to that particular bird. He just made it to lie like a dirty linen cloth inside a rough washing bag. This made the female Saras crane feel so bad about, and it flew crying to that particular scene where it happened. So coming to the third stanza, after she saw that particular scene where it was shot and put in a dirty cloth, the dirty bag, she circled the sky in movements of grace. The female Saras crane will circle the sky in a movement of grace. Grace is smoothness and elegance of movement. With a very smooth movement, with a very shocking, with a very heart-touching scene that she has seen. She moves in a very elegant manner. She circles the sky over its disgraceful end. What is the meaning of disgraceful? Is shockingly unacceptable end. They were very happy till then. Till that morning they were very happy. The death came in such a way, the end came in such a way that it was very shocking and unacceptable. Yes or no, children? The killers went away and she returned to the death scene. So when the killers went away from that particular place, she returns to that death scene. Then what happens? Let's see in the next stanza, children. So when she came to the death scene, with grief that inscribed its intensity in dots and pits like the Morse code of birth sorrow transmitted to the air. So, what is this grief, children? Grief is nothing but sorrow. The sorrow was in such a level, in such an intensity. Intensity is more. The pain was such a level that in dots and pits. That means in dots and pits is nothing but short and long cries of a female bird. See, when you have some incident as such happened here in your family or somewhere, The pain is in such an extent that you feel like crying out loudly, and at times you feel like remembering what all happened with that particular person when he was alive or she was alive, and you will start crying inside with the short cries also. In such a way, the bird also felt to cry in dots and pits, like a Morse code of bird's sorrow transmitted to the air. Morse code is nothing but a symbolic language that a bird's language is transmitted to the surrounding. The Morse code is a language that can be understood by the bird or by the animal to its surrounding. So, the grief, the sorrow of the bird wasn't to such an extent that it started to cry in the form of a dots and pits. Strong cry it was. It was heard in the form of a Morse code to its surrounding. I hope you understood the fourth stanza, children. Let's go to the next stanza now. The fifth stanza is, with her beak she kissed a few feathers, picked the ones that wind had not taken away, and sat to hatch the blood-stained feathers into a toddling chick. So she cried to such an extent so that her cry, her language was heard by the surrounding to the air. And next, what did she do? With her beak, she kissed a few feathers which were lying down after it was shot. Those feathers which were not picked up by the wind. The wind did not take few feathers. Those feathers were lying on the ground. She picked those feathers with her beak and she started to kiss them. And then she sat to hatch the blood-stained feathers. So hatch is nothing but to bring into being. So giving some sort of warmness to the feathers. Usually the blood-stained feathers will be a little, those blood-stained will be a little warmer. So she felt, I can bring back my partner if I sit and hatch on it. She felt, and she started to give some kind of warmness to that particular feathers, and she felt, I can bring back into a toddling chick. Toddling chick means walking with short unsteady steps. So our toddlers will always walk with a short unsteady steps. Yes or no? In the same way, she thought she can bring back her partner into life now. See how beautifully the poet has described all these things. How can somebody think, anybody, if anyone is expired, they feel they may come back in any time. They can't take the truth. They'll try in many ways, n number of ways to bring them back. In the same way, birds and animals are not less than human beings. They also have feelings. That is what this Araskrin also did here. So let's go to the next stanza, children. So children, we have come to the last stanza here. A wave of the seas she had never seen came to her from far away and carried her to him. She went away beyond Hume's words, beyond the legends and fables of human love. See children, when anyone, for example, if someone is about to die, can they ever feel that they are dying, or can they ever feel the death is coming near to me? Can they feel that before? No. It comes and it takes away without giving any notification. In the same way, here she also faces the same incident. A wave of the seas she had never seen. The wave of the seas means the wave of the death, the call of the death that she had never seen. Nobody can see the death before. That came to her from far away. You can say it, from far away is nothing but from heavens, and carried her to him. She was also carried to her partner's place by the call of death which came from the heaven. See, her pain was heard, her sorrow was heard to the surrounding. From the surroundings it was heard till the heavens, and the heavens saw her cry, saw her sorrow and couldn't bear, and it also took her to unite her to her with her partner. She went away beyond Hume's words. What is this Hume's word? Hume is a person who has written a book about birds, which I will share you in the next slide that you can read. Before going to Hume's words, it was beyond Hume's words, beyond legends and beyond fables of human love is what the poet Manmohan Singh is saying. Beyond legends means her love actually made her unite even after death with her partner. So this is beyond legends. Legends are the stories from ancient times about people and events that may not be true. Say for example, Romeo Juliet, Salim Anarkali, all these people's love story are heard. Don't know whether true or false. Beyond those love stories, you can say this Cyrus Crane's love stories also, and the fables of human love. What is this fables, children? A traditional short story that teaches a moral lesson, especially one with animals as characters. So, animal as a character like Panchatantra tales and Aesop's fables, you can see you have moral lessons over there. Beyond those lessons, you can say these Cyrus Crane's love story is beyond them. Yes or no, children? So, we'll go to the last slide, which I told you I'll talk about the Hume's words. Okay. So Hume's words about Cyrus Cranes in his book. As I told you, in 1881 he has written a book. The name of the book is The Game Birds of Indian, Burma and Ceylon. So in this book he has mentioned what he has exactly seen. They certainly pair for life. I told you in the beginning, you will get to know what pairing for life means. This is what is pairing for life, children. Even after the death of your partner, you cannot stay here. You feel like uniting with them. This is what happened with the male and the female Cyrus Cranes. So, and probably exhibit great grief for their male, keeping for weeks. So what they do is, once the male Cyrus Crane is dead, here also you can see she kept the feathers with her and she started to feel sorry, and the sorrow was to such an extent. Yes or no? So he has witnessed such kind of a female Cyrus Crane who will keep the male Cyrus Crane's parts or some feathers or something, dead parts, and they will start feeling grief for that particular thing for weeks together. At times about the locality where their partner was killed, and calling constantly. They'll start calling their partner constantly in such a way that please come back. This happens constantly for almost weeks. I have actually known the widowed bird to pine away and die. So he has also witnessed a widowed Cyrus Crane, that is female Cyrus Crane, which is crying for its male Cyrus Crane in such a way that it pines away. It gets completely ruined, becomes very thin, crying and crying without food, and it dies finally. This is what he has seen. Beyond his words, Manmohan Singh is saying their love story is. So now children, I have detailedly explained you the poem line by line. The meanings were given, the brief summary is also given there. I have explained, and now it's your turn to go through every slide with the brief summary from now on. Watch this video n number of times whenever you have doubt. And now coming to the assignment, glossaries are given, answer in a sentence each is given. And I have asked you to summarize the poem to a pair of Cyrus Crane. Keep this ready and memorize the poem without fail. It's your duty now. Keep watching all other videos which comes next. Thank you. Have a great day.